So we're going to talk about regional government, because all the other fiefdoms, the Dayton Daily News is finally recognizing that all the other fiefdoms are just as corrupt and stupid as Dayton is. Is that the gist of the argument?
I think the gist was that we don't have enough quality candidates to go around.
Yes, if two stupid idiots like us are running. Did you see those comments?
Yes.
If that's what we have to do. The only unfortunate part about that is that I guess people don't recognize that we are much more intelligent than the people that actually get elected. I mean, not to be facetious, but come on.
Full of yourself?
Or full of ourselves. Well, golly, you take a look at what Turner proposes, like on foreclosure, when every action he's taken prior to being elected is to ensure that your house goes into foreclosure.
Yeah.
Sprawl.
No. Here's the
craziness.
Here's the thing. You know, they're saying that, people don't step forward and, they should take a chance. Well, there's a guy who posted right there and says, yeah, that's some irony, because people who run then get run through the ringer. They get hung out to dry. They get made fun of. They get embarrassed publicly, and so why should anybody do it? You got to have a pretty thick skin to do it,
or you got to be a real sociopath. Like you really don't.
Or you have to come with a party endorsement, because then you must be all right.
Or that you care enough to die for your beliefs and or give up economic well-being.
Wait a second.
Didn't Jesus die for his beliefs?
Yeah, but Jesus wouldn't get elected these days.
No, we kill it. We kill it.
Yeah, he hangs out with prostitutes.
Which is exactly, that's why we have that messianic complex, you and I. We have that desire to save for the reasons of saving and not for gain. And if you look at what Mr. Riley might be saying, he might be saying that Montgomery County isn't as corrupt. It isn't as corrupt because you haven't looked at it.
They're all pretty screwed up. I mean, this SCLC thing should pretty much end the question that our regional government isn't any better than our local governments. And the reality is
Montgomery County has been paying off people.
Well, we have no transparency because there's too many organizations. It's too easy to hide little bits here and there, and it's too hard to put all the pieces together. We have way too many elected officials. I mean, realistically, vote for a coroner? I mean, these laws were put in place in 1850 when it might have made a difference who the coroner was.
Washington Township is different than Centerville.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Kettering is different than Oakwood.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They're all very, very
different. And Riverside is different than Trotwood. They have their own unique... What?
Je ne sais quoi?
What do you mean? Are there Polish people living in Trotwood?
No.
What is it? No, they're slightly poorer than this group, so you don't want to.
You don't want to mix things.
Yeah,
it's all about what's in it for me.
We can't mix the races, and we can't mix socioeconomic.
No, but here's the thing: most people have no clue what running a campaign is about anymore, or how to do it. Now let's just take an example. You take out the petition. Well, you have to go and ask the Board of Elections to do that. And the Board of Elections is made up of Democrats and Republicans. No third parties, no independents. And the moment you take out a petition, they start crawling up your butt, and then they start looking for a candidate to run against you. Now, you can't question that this doesn't happen. Look at Seth Morgan, who was an endorsed candidate, who decides to up his game a bit and go for Secretary of State, or no, a state auditor.
Because you want to control
and next thing you know,
everything.
The Republican Party with Mike DeWine has another candidate and trusts it out there. It's not the people choosing, it's the parties choosing. So that's the first problem. Then the second question is you get evaluated on how much money you can raise. Plain and simple. How well can you sell out?
Well, that's success in America. Selling out.
Selling out. And in case none of you have ever seen this, we're going to post one of these. The moment your name gets on the ballot or on a petition, they think you've turned in petitions, you start getting questionnaires from special interest groups. So the first ones I got...
So they can denigrate you.
Here are the National Right to Life and the Ohio Life Pact, but I mean, next comes the NRA, and then comes the unions, one after another. So, it's absolutely unbelievable. They're asking about equal rights amendment, euthanasia issues, foreign and abortion.
Foreign aid abortion.
Foreign aid for abortion. They're asking about political speech. They're asking about government limits on private health care treatment and spending.
We aren't stupid. We know exactly how to read the tea leaves and answer these questions appropriately in order to get an endorsement.
Yeah.
You would know how to answer it too. I mean, it's not. It's not.
But guess what? I don't even send these back to these people because I refuse to work for special interests.
But don't worry, Mr. Turner will send it back.
Oh, yes.
And every elected official, and they'll fill it out, and it sounds good. But they'll do nothing. All they do is react. They don't propose to fix anything that they see coming in the future.
And when was the last time you heard a candidate actually say his plan and then try to stick to it? It just doesn't happen. Now, let's look. One of the things that the people mocked Riley in this editorial about was the fact that Leitzel, he was one, the Dayton Daily didn't endorse him, and secondly, what the Dayton Daily did do, though, was give him that debate. Now, all those seats are equal. Was there a debate for commission? Oh, no, because that was me running against Nan and Joey, and they are favored sons. So,
Well, the Dayton Daily News, and when it wants regionalism, it doesn't investigate, it doesn't even propose having a discussion about getting regionalism.
And when I talked about a regional issue, they said, oh, that is a really bad idea.
Well, you know why they want regionalism now?
Why?
Because everybody's effing broke. The tide has gone out.
Yeah.
The tide's gone out, and they can't cover the services. And the people that they've promoted to do these things, to get elected, to endorse, have been absolute unadulterated idiots. But they hang out.
Come on, there's got to be at least one or two smart ones there. I just don't know who they are.
Foley strikes me as a nice guy.
He is.
I mean, Leitzel, totally lucky. But people say he just painted soldiers. I don't see how that's... Why would you denigrate
There's
people?
a lot more to Leitzel than just painting soldiers.
Was a geologist. Come on!
I'm just saying, there are people out there that have a brain, but working within the system that we have with all these offices and all these election cycles and all the money it takes, all these special interest groups, the political parties, the restrictions to getting on the ballot.
You're electing sellouts.
Yeah, you're electing sellouts, and frankly,
You're electing sellouts.
There's no other option here. We cannot have the kind of society.
You're electing the biggest butt kisser you ever saw at work. That's basically what you're doing. And we don't kiss no butt.
Well,
We do what's right for the people.
We're not running.
We would do what's right for the people. In a holistic view.
Yeah, I've never really bought into this one special interest or another. The special interest is the people who elect you, which hopefully are smarter.
As long as you're not a killer of babies, you can be elected.
Anyways,
Abortionists.
the Dayton Daily News are just as bad a hypocrites as the rest of them. So
Well, they moved out of town and now they want regional government.
they didn't even move in the county.
Well, they got all that acreage down there so they can benefit from Austin Road.
Say goodbye, Greg.
Hypocrites.